When it comes to the question of whether the man who tried to end American democracy should face trial before voters decide if they want to elect him to finish what he started, it appears, for now, the MAGA Supreme Court just doesn't appear to be in much of a rush.
But today, in the year 2023, this Supreme Court has decided the no rush to judgment argument is good enough for them.
Not why would the special counsel want to move so fast, but why would the former president not want to resolve this so fast in the heat of a presidential election? And to your point, he's trying to delay and trying to stop the thorough investigation into him.
The media melting down after the Supreme Court rejected Jack Smith's request to hear Trump's immunity dispute. It's a move that will likely delay his trial.
Here to react, Fox News contributor Joe Concha. Joe, that's the first time I've seen some of that reaction. I didn't know that we had moved toward the MAGA Supreme Court and such an open antipathy towards due process. Come on, just hurry up. Let's get on with this.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, during that montage, the MAGA Supreme Court, I hadn't heard that one before, and they want a rush to judgment in this situation. And by the way, MAGA Supreme Court, as if Neil Gorsuch and Brett Kavanaugh, Amy Coney Barrett aren't immensely qualified for that job. And look, the question is, why is Jack Smith trying to fast food this process so urgently, guys? I mean, unless, of course, he's trying to directly impact and interfere with the presidential election. And you read and listen to sane and sober legal analysts and scholars like Jonathan Turley, and they make a very simple argument that Jack Smith does not have the right to deny due process because he says so. He can't simply demand the Supreme Court to push everything else aside and hear his case. And it's very clear right now to many Americans, even independents and some Democrats, that the Democratic Party is in a full-blown panic because they have an 81-year-old president that wants to seek re-election and is in the worst position of any president seeking re-election in the modern era.
He's on a timeline, Joe. Jack Smith is on a timeline. He needs to hurry this up because of that March trial start date. And it's interesting you raised that because for the Supreme Court to take a case, you have to have at least 4 that say, yes, we'll do it. Now, there's 3 liberals on the court. That means all 6 conservatives said, no thanks, we're not going to give in to this political badgering. Is that your read of it?
That's exactly what we see here. And now the argument will be, and just like with Colorado, guys, right, because that's going to go to the Supreme Court as well, and they will make a decision on that before the ballot becomes binding on January 5th. And they're going to rule, most likely, maybe even 9-0, hopefully, that Donald Trump should be back on the ballot in Colorado. And if it does happen that way, where it's 6-3, for example, and only conservatives vote that way, you'll see the MSNBCs and CNNs and New York Timeses of the world saying that, wow, this is a weaponized court only there to support Donald Trump. So the hope here is that that comes back 9-0 as far as putting Donald Trump back on the ballot in Colorado. This way, it strips away any political bias that we may hear or see from the court system, or more importantly, the media that covers it.
Well, and Joe, Jack Smith and the DOJ, really, they continue to intervene. They're trying everything they can because Biden is not doing well, and they're worried about the 2024 election. But at what point do we say that, hey, you know, this is a violation of the Hatch Act by completely foregoing due process? Like, why don't they just allow they allow it to happen at the ballots? Like, let Americans decide who they want for president.
Exactly. Nicole, we have an election that's less than 11 months away at this point. If you don't want Donald Trump to be president, then fine. Go to the ballot box and make your voice be heard. If you want him to be president, then do the same. But give Americans the choice to vote for who they believe should be president. Don't let the courts come in here and decide. I mean, could you imagine if the Colorado ruling holds up? Then in states that matter, states that decide elections, Wisconsin, Michigan, Nevada, I could go down the line. If he's pulled off the ballot there, what's this country going to look like? What will be the reaction, particularly with Trump in the lead right now?
There's 31 Section 3 litigation cases out there right now, 31 efforts to remove him for being an insurrectionist, a charge for which he has not been officially charged in any of his indictments or obviously convicted.
Now, let Americans keep their voice.
Censorship, changing the voting manner, indicting him 4 times on criminal charge. I mean, just kind of go down the list of things that are done to ensure that the democracy doesn't choose Donald Trump. You start asking yourself, what's left? What's left on the list of things that they haven't done to stop Donald Trump? Joe, I hope that we never have to answer that question together sometime in the future. But Merry Christmas.
Indeed.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
Joe.
Christmas, Joe.
You and your little ones.
Merry Christmas, guys. Take care.
All right.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.